It's time for a review. Yes.
Alrighty, it's time for a review of the Division 2 from the open beta here. I am Fealty. Hello, if you're new to the reviews. If you watch on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe at any time. Definitely comment on what you think about the game. I'm definitely curious. If you watch on Twitch, same thing. Comment, follow, and subscribe if you want to help support the channel. I stream Friday, Saturday, Sundays. We do playthroughs, and we do a review at the end of every playthrough that we do, unless we do multiplayer games where we just hang out and play. It's more of a social thing in that aspect. Alright, so the Division 2. I'll start with what I like about it. I'm not trying to be too negative on the game. But there are some things like, I do kind of like the combat system. I do. I think the shooting's kind of fun, especially in the PvE areas. But from what I experienced in the endgame, it does get kind of hectic and better with a group. But, so what I like about the game, I do like the combat. I did like the PvP combat. I did have fun in that, queuing into it. That's definitely something I would play over and over and over again, depending on gear and whatnot. But other than that, you know, the missions were kind of fun with the horde mode style, pretty much, or like hold a node and stuff. Like, it's fun, you know, but I have a lot of concerns about this game. So, since this is my final review, you can check out the first review. I mentioned a lot of these concerns in that one as well that I'm going to talk about here. The main concern is the repetitiveness of this game. It is, I mean, if you're just doing the open world stuff that you can get to, you know, as you're leveling and everything, all these missions and stuff, they're all pretty much just go to a spot, hold the spot, clear the spot. They're all kind of the same. The fact that the missions, you know, the layout of the land is different does help it make it more fun and unique each time, but it's really the same thing. Now, enemies do different things, and as they're definitely leveling up and getting harder, they're utilizing different weapons and abilities and stuff, which does make it interesting. There's definitely more diversity as per weaponry in this game than I saw in Destiny and especially in Anthem. So that's kind of cool. But for me, I'm not too into the looter-shooter type of games. So to me, it gets kind of old, kind of fast. You know, it's definitely not something I would want to do as a 5-hour-a-day, 3-hour-a-day log in and do type of deal. It's more of a thing I do like maybe like once every other week, just crack it out and play a little bit, you know. But for me, it's like, is that worth $60, $80 or whatnot? I don't think so. And would I be able to keep up with the community? No. So I'm one of the main fears is, will I just get out geared crazy fast? You know, especially in PvP. Am I just going to be walking in there and just getting hammered? You know, since I'd be more of a casual player, random player in this type of game, and not like the hardcore play every day, you know, probably get your dailies or whatever done, getting all the gear and everything, you know. That's a concern, you know, because when you make this purchase, when you make any purchase of a game, especially games like this that are like level up and end game type of games, I think of what is my end game experience going to be like? What is my life going to be like, you know, with this game? And when I think of this, I think I'm going to be out leveled very fast. I'm going to be out geared very fast. So there's going to be no one to really play with probably, because I'm never going to be anywhere up there with anyone else, you know. So I'm not going to be able to get into PvP and queue into that. You know, there'd be no point for me going into the Dark Zone. Because even though it does say that like it does balance the abilities or what, the skills, I've been in games that say they do that, like, you know, World of Warcraft. Now I can't think of any other games. I think SWTOR had an area like that. You know, like MMOs have tried to do that where, you know, you queue into PvP, you know, but usually it balances you to like the basics of what that level should be, but then people who have like beastly gear do you know, more damage than you, or maybe have more on things unlocked than you, or the things they're using have better bonuses on them or something. So often I find you run into situations where you just get housed, you know. So even though I see that there is some balancing here, like in this DZ zone that I'm in, I do fear that the end game experience will be, I don't want to say dismal, but it just won't be fun. It'll feel like, if I'm not throwing money at it, like I'll never be able to experience a game that someone who plays every day will be experiencing, you know? And that kind of sucks. So that makes me feel like I don't want to give, $60, $80, or whatever cost there may be to a game like this, because I won't be able to give the time that a game like this requires of you. It's almost like you're making a contract, like, if I buy this for $60, I will give you 40 hours a week, just so that I can experience the game, like other people are going to experience, and I won't get left behind, especially in endgame content where it said, it hadn't mentioned there was like 3 things to queue up endgame wise. So I did try, there was 3 characters to choose from in the character select screen, and it just like kind of queued me into like a dungeon, it seemed like, and it was very hard to do single player. So my next concern is that, hold on, I got a sniffle. Sorry, getting a little cold here. But my next concern is that there will be very dismal single player experience endgame. Just simply, things are very hard endgame, and if you're not like the most amazing player, you're gonna have a really rough ride. And I don't like that. Like, I feel that a game should be able to be made to, be playable single player and not force you to be in multiplayer, because in this game I just don't find it very easy to find people. I've only seen out in the PvE world, I've only run into one human out in the open. One. That's not a good sign. There's a lot of like people asking for assistance, which you'll go over and then, res them maybe or something, and then I haven't tried it out. No one ever resed me. Tried, I've waited, no one ever came to my assistance, so definitely people aren't doing it in my direction. I should have tried in their direction for purposes of the review, but what I'm guessing is when I queued into just doing a random mission once, it just automatically like kind of grouped me and those people up after we finished the mission. Like, we just stayed grouped up, and it's kind of a way to then get you to, I guess, play with people and meet people. But they didn't have mics on or anything. There was no talking going on, so it was kind of just like we were just running around the same like block for a little bit, and I was like, screw this, I'd rather go finish like, up other things, instead of just running around willy-nilly, and then I find in those situations too, it's kind of a situation where like someone will be like, oh, let's go do this mission, and then you do that mission and then they leave, and then you have like missions you haven't done, and you've just spent like a half hour of your time finishing up someone else's content, and then they leave. Even though maybe that might not happen to everybody, and maybe you might meet that one person that ends up being your friend and then playing the game with you a bunch, I find it to be very, very rare this day and age. So it's a major concern that if this game isn't attuned for solo players, what is that end game experience going to be like? So then I think of, if you're a solo player, what about PvP? There's 3 dark zones in this game. So PvP wise, so what are those going to be like? So if I'm not just doing, if I finish all the PvE areas and that's all done, it's end game, I've got so many guns. I mean, so many guns to have to get. So you got to get your 1 slot, your 2 slot. I have still yet to figure out how to utilize that 3rd gun. You got to get your mask, your backpack, your contaminated whatever, You know, your gloves, your vest, your holster, your knee pads, the upgrades to your skills, your grenades there. You know, there's a lot of items. Again, each one of these can have attributes to them, you know, like the cooldown reduction there. You know, I think it might have up to 3 or 4 attributes on each of them. So you're grinding to get a lot of gear and then a lot of attributes, or you're trying to build them manually in this game just so that you could play the end game. So when it comes down to PvE, it's gonna like it's to me it's gonna be the same thing as Anthem, where, you know, the whole reason why you're doing it is to just play the same endgame content over and over and over again, you know, and get more gear so that endgame content gets a little bit easier, you know, so then you do the harder endgame content. And from what it seems to me, that endgame content gets harder insofar as more health on the characters that you're versing. Because, I mean, they're already using, like, robot dogs and, you know, suicide drones and stuff. And I wasn't even trying on the hardest level from what it seemed, you know. So I don't know for sure if they're going to add more complex fights or whatnot. But sure enough, it's just like a rinse and repeat. So to me, it's like, well, why do I want to keep on doing these missions over and over and over again? You know, you kind of experience a game once, and that's it. You know, you've experienced everything. What else is there? What else is there? You're doing the same thing over and over again, and you know exactly what to expect once you experience it once. You know, it's not like it's gonna change. You know, it's gonna be, go attack this building, you know, go hold this spot, go do this thing. It's gonna be the exact same thing over and over again, you know, which is what I feel is like a downfall of these looter shooters. Because it's like you take an MMO, like let's say World of Warcraft, and you take out the world and just really turn it into a PvE queue and then a PvP area. You know, in this game, at least you do have PvP areas, whereas in others, you'd have to queue the PvP or whatnot, you know. But in this one, at least there is an area. But even that, it's like, I tried to attack one person, and it just wouldn't even let me attack them, you know. So it doesn't even seem like you could just go willy-nilly, like, out and attack people. You know, there was another guy that I was attacking when he was trying to wait for the helicopter to come in. And that one worked. I was able to fight him, attack him, kill him, and stuff. So I was like, alright. But then, like, still, what is the point? What is the end game life scenario? So I'm just going to be going to these PvP zones and either have people that are just trying to troll me and kill me, or troll other people as they're trying to complete stuff and kill them. What is the point of that? What is the upside of that? You know? Either try and ruin someone's day and steal the item that they're trying to extract, or have someone try and ruin mine and steal the item I'm trying to extract. And all of us, really, the goal is that we're trying to work towards getting these, like, 30-something items in our character screen. You know, you got 3, 6, 9, about 9 slots. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 slots. You know, here to kind of min-max. Not sure about the mods thing there. So maybe 10. And then each one of these is going to have attributes pretty much on top of it. You know? It's like, why? Why? That's not what I'm looking for in a game. You know, and I love PvP in you know, MMOs, Call of Duties. I love the PvP. I love the human aspect of, you know, testing my metal against a human. But I don't want to test my metal while trying to screw them out of something. Like, that to me doesn't pique my interest. What up, Sinful? That doesn't pique my interest at all. Like, I don't want to try and kill someone and rob them of an item that they work towards getting. You know, especially something maybe it took them 20 minutes to get it. You know, they're walking through the DZ, you know, having to fight mobs the whole time, probably having to fight off other humans. Then they finally get this item, and then they're going to bring this item to an extraction point to extract it, and then I'm gonna walk in there just to kill them and take it from them? Like, that to me just absolutely loses my interest completely. If I want to test my mettle against you, I'll play Call of Duty. You know, something where it's just skill versus skill. Am I the better shooter or are you the better one? That's it. I'm not stealing from you. You still earn your way towards unlocking guns and all that jazz like I'm doing, but at a slower pace. So the only thing I'm doing to you by being better is slowing down your progress, you know, but I'm not stealing from you. You know, I'm just playing better than you. You know, even in like World of Warcraft, it's like I'm not stealing from you if I was walking around like Tol Barad or, you know, different areas, Wintergrass way back in the day, you know, or just general world PvP. It's just I'm walking around. If I feel like fighting you, I fight you. If you feel like fighting me, you attack me, you know, and just a normal world. That's it, where we're two factions and we have the choice to fight each other. That's it. You know, whereas in this, it seems like it's geared towards a very malicious goal. You know, that's not skill. You know, what if you have a full team of people and maybe I'm just like one person in the DZ and I'm trying to extract an item. I took 20 minutes or a half hour, who knows how long it takes me to get that item. I'm just trying to extract it so I can utilize it in the main game. And you just walk in with your whole team and kill me. Yay. You know, how does that make sense? What up, Rome Dude? You know, so to me, what I'm thinking about review-wise, what I think about endgame life-wise in this game, it's going to be rinse and repeat on PvE queuable content, pretty much. So I'm going to be probably standing in, like, you know, what's that place called? I'm going to be standing in the settlement or the White House, queuing into endgame PvE content, and or going to the DZ, where the whole goal in DZ is, like I said, to either kill someone and steal their stuff, or be attacked and have someone try and steal my stuff. And that just does not sound fun to me at all. That does not sound like a game with good, you know, intentions, a game geared to say, let's just have fun. Let's, you know, celebrate the end of your day, get your mind off the world, and do something that, you know, is just fun. You know, a Call of Duty back in the days without the microtransaction, all that stuff, is just fun. You know, this, I don't see the fun in doing that. You know, now if all these games would finally realize what an MMO really is, it's an open world experience with everything from professions, crafting, questing, lore, you know, factions, you know, everything. It is a world experience where you don't have to do one thing out there. You could just go out there, walk around, and do a bunch of things. You can gather supplies. You could do archaeology quests. You can go and find different achievement things out there to maybe earn a cool item and stuff. That's what a looter shooter should be. It should be a world that they create where you can go out there, gather water if you want to. You can go out there, get food. You can go out there, explore landmarks. You can go out there and try and do achievements and stuff. And there should be factions. The whole world should be a PvP area with factions. You know, 1 or 2 factions or more, you know, where the world is big enough that you're not going to get trampled by people all the time. You know, whatever it takes to make that, I don't understand why it's not being made. I really don't. I don't understand why we've shunned away from the MMO, the original MMO style. It's like no one wants to make an MMO anymore. It seemed like, you know, after like kind of like WildStar, was an Ion, it was there's something with a T, I can't remember the name of it, but there was a bunch of games, even Star Wars: The Old Republic, you know, and it just seems like the area of MMO got so saturated that there's just no one else wants to take on World of Warcraft, and just like people that play MMOs either play, you know, versions that are versions of an MMO, like I think Elder Scrolls is still rocking and rolling, Black Desert Online, but none of them really compare to like World of Warcraft, because there's just so much in the world to do. It's such a full world, whereas a game like this, all you're doing is a PvE queue, and then a PvP open area. For me, these are my concerns. When I think about the endgame experience, that's all I think of is there for me to do. And I'm paying for that experience. Why do we want to pay for the experience of being robbed? At gunpoint. Why am I paying for that experience? Why am I paying for the experience of robbing someone else? Why? Oh, but I could just not do that content. Alright, so why am I paying for just a PvE queue in a game where I'll have no reason to walk around in and experience a world that's been made? That's why they don't make the worlds too big. Because they know you're only going to experience it while you level, pretty much. And then you naff off and you just do your PvE queue. You log on with your 3-4 friends and you do a PvE queue and show off to each other. Oh, wow, look at this thing. I got this gun with this, attachment. Cool. At least in World of Warcraft, you can hang out in the city and there's hundreds of other humans around you. So I say we stop trying to make these high-definition games that really, the majority of the time, have lackluster textures. Like, really, not the most amazing textures. This is on PS4 Pro here. Lackluster textures, and make something that's not high definition. Make something so that it can be a large world. Make it so it can be like an MMO style game, like a true MMO. And then call that your looter shooter. Let's see if we can get some examples of textures now loading in or popping in this game. Kind of wonder. So look at the cars. Got some textures there. They're loading in. Let's look at the rock here. It's loading. It's loading. Are we done? Are we done loading? That's what our rocks look like? Okay. Let's see if let's exit this area. Because another thing is, once you're in the DZ, there's no fast travel out of it for some reason. Because that makes sense. That makes sense at all. Let's look at the truck. Yep, that's loaded in. That's totally loaded in. Yep, that's going to be fixable in a few weeks. I think, what is it, 2 weeks before the game comes out? Yeah, that's going to be fixed. That's going to be working. I bet these textures are going to load in like... It's going to be like unbelievable. We're going to be like, what texture? I'm going the wrong way. Be like, what textures? They're amazing. No, the game never looks like a game that came out on PlayStation 1. Never, ever. This game is stunning. I mean, look at the foliage, though. That foliage, though. Wow. Yeah, these cars are really high-end, right? Yeah, really high-end that the world's gotta be small. Wow, look at these textures here. So shocking. Amazing looking. Nope, there's no pop-in whatsoever here. You guarantee no pop-in. Oh, look at that steam. Whoa. Because it makes sense that steam will be coming out of a metal plate that's probably covering electric wiring. Because that's totally... Yeah, no, that's totally a water, type of deal. Yeah, totally. As a New Yorker, I see that all the time. The square metal plates that are steaming. Nope, it's never a manhole that's steaming. No. Just doesn't happen. It's the flat metal plates, that we just throw steam out of. Let's leave the dark zone here. Oh my goodness. More foliage. Oh goodness. Oh man. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited to see it. Oh man. Oh, barbecue. I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming. That's a total surprise to me. I never would have thought barbecue. Oh, this is the CP. Too adult to view, I guess. Too adult to view. I'll never know. This is the CP. Go F yourself. That's what it is. Don't mess with that. No. Don't mess with that. Not one bit. You know? Oh, but so we gotta leave the dark zone. How do we leave the dark zone? Why is this blocked? Quarantine area. Okay. I would like to leave the dark zone. Salvage. Okay, so maybe this isn't an exit. Even though it's right next to the other world. And even though it says exit dark zone. Maybe it's down here. Oh, because I can't go to the level 25 area. I bet that's what it is. Okay, so let's, you know, let's get back to running around in the dark zone. Even though I'm just trying to get back to the main area. Because, no, we can't have a fast travel to the main area from here. I'm sorry, no. That doesn't work. When you're trying to leave the dark zone, it doesn't make sense to have a fast travel. You know, nor to get to the dark zone, from what I've experienced so far, doesn't make sense to have a fast travel. Because, you know, you should walk around. You should get some exercise with your thumbs of holding a joystick in the upright position. You know, because you need to get some working out for those thumbs. You know, when you're playing games that are actually good, that make actual sense, you know, you're going to need to have that muscle stamina, you know, to be able to play those games. Oh, great, some enemies are up there. Because walking around in the dark zone, I really need to have a headache just to get anywhere. It's what I always wanted. Golly. Hey, someone's fighting someone. Maybe if I die, I can choose myself to be spawned somewhere outside of here. Hey, look, a human. Let's see what happens if I see the human. Let's see if he's going to attack me. Hey, a friend. Can we be friends? I want to be friends with you. I'm going to help you fight. Yay. I'm doing a thing. Because he's totally using his microphone right now, by the way. This is how you make friends. Did you know that? Hey, look, my awesome, like, ability lasted so long there. A total of, like, 2 seconds. Oh, she's dead. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Oopsies on her part. Having a gas tank on her back, right? Whoopsies. Oh, I guess I'm dying. Oh, maybe, but he'll res me. He'll totally res me right now because I was helping him. And, like, I'm his new best friend. You know, he's totally gonna res me here. Yay! Golly. Golly. There we go. If I die and respawn in Dark Zone entrance. I don't know, we'll see. Hey, another human's here. The Grim Reaper is helping us. Oh my goodness, and Walter VC1 is helping us. So how is this different than the freaking non-PvP zone? How? Let's get a suicide here. See if the NPCs can kill me. Thank you! Much appreciated. So let's see. Can I? Okay, I can't spawn out there. Can I spawn here? Okay, I can. Okay, we can spawn closer to the exit. Yay. Nice. Nice. So how is that different than the main area? In my review, just saying. How is that different from the main area? Is it different? Fighting those people? I don't see a freaking difference there. I really don't. East something. Where does this go? Exit checkpoint. DZ East. No, I don't want to go there. Let's see. Am I in the regular area? Nope. Golly. Off we go again. This looks like the gate. Oh, I think we're finally out. Oh, I think we're... Oh, great. And I got NPCs already. Hey, look at these textures. Look at that. Oh, wow. You can really tell that that is a generator. Wow. These textures are amazing. Wow, look at... Oh, look at that pop-in right there. Oh, the ground is coming in as we speak. The ground is coming in and the textures are coming in as we speak. Can you believe this? This amazingness? I don't believe it, to be honest with you. I could barely contain my belief. Oh, now let's fast travel. Wow. Look at it. It's showing me exactly the route I'm taking. Right now, I'm going, ah, and then
I'm flying over the world right now and hovering to the safe room. Golly gosh, golly.
can you believe it? I'm hovering there. What a loading screen. Amazing. Where I could now not run into humans and do the same exact things as what we saw in the DZ. Oh, I'm so excited. Console version is terrible. Well, I mean, I tried playing it on PC, but even just... Hey, look at these, oh my goodness, those boxes. Look at these character models. Oh my goodness. This is straight out of PlayStation 1 right here. This guy could have been used in Tekken, for all I know. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, these boxes. Oh my goodness. Shall we see more pop in? Wow. Looks amazing. These textures are wonderful. Oh, he just came in out of nowhere. He's just a ghost, I tells you. Golly. Oh, look at that game screen. Wow. Let's view the upgrade, shall we? No, no, no. Don't you look at that screen. No, no, no. You are not allowed. You are not allowed to see what game is it? What game will it be? Is it going to ever load? I think it looks like For Honor. Oh, yeah. A game that did amazing when it released, right? Game that was amazing. No shenanigans there. No, no, no. I tell you, the most gamer-friendly game to ever come out. For Honor. Made with honor for you. So, didn't you know it's all about the textures? Yeah, I know. I mean, why make a world if, why make the world and have it load? No, let's not do that. Let's not do that, So, like I said, the concern is I feel that the end game is going to be repetitive. I feel that's going to be made into an overly excessive grind. I feel that everything you're going to have to do in the main game at end game is gather supplies for these places so you can unlock the ability to do more things crafting-wise with your character, unlock different things for your character, and then when you're done with all that, all you're going to do is freaking sit around and queue PvE, and you said thank you, and you paid $60 or $80 or more for it. And let's not forget, in my final review, we have to remember, oh wait, let's not even load, there we go. We're not even going to load this thing. Let's not forget, most importantly, what I mentioned yesterday, Elite Agent Pack, Ruthless Exotic Rifle. The Battle-Worn Secret Service Pack above it, Weapon Skin. So the Ruthless Exotic Rifle, and then to its right, the Lullaby Exotic Shotgun are weapons. So this game, if it does have microtransactions, these may involve weapons. So in a game that I earlier mentioned, since I am not going to be able to play it crazily, I'll probably get outgeared, it's going to make it damn well sure that the only way I can keep up is going to be give them more money. And since this game does come with a 1-year pass, which is bull, you have to pay extra money. You want to have that 1-year pass. You want to have 7-day early access. So you can get the gear faster and get ahead of everybody faster. So you can get the weapons faster. So the whales could then buy all the same things or better things. For me, it's just not for me. I understand some people like these types of games, and that's fine. But I think at the end of the day, us as gamers have to start requiring more. I think this game needed another 2 years of production. It's not there yet. I think it's 2 weeks away from release. Does it say in that menu? I keep clicking the wrong thing. Yeah. You gotta, like, exit the menu to get this thing pop up. When is release? Learn more. Tom Clancy Ultimate Edition. $120 for that. 3/12/2019. So it's 9 days away. It's 9 days. It's just a few days over a week away. $119 for this. This game's not for me. This game's not for me. I think us as gamers need to start asking for more, but not by doing it in like, oh, let's make posts and let's, get on Twitter and this and that. Blah. We need to do it by just not buying it. We need to continuously do it by not buying it. I was so happy when I returned Anthem. So happy. Like, it was such a good feeling that I was like, all right, I play the beta and stuff. I'm only playing the beta on this. I'm not buying it. But I really do think we need to start talking with our podcasts, because these gaming companies have so many resources and could be doing so much better. And their excuse keeps on being there's no money in making XYZ type of game. There's no money in it. Well, maybe make a game with the budget that you can make money off of that does those things. Because if this game costs $120 to get, like, the full-on deal with the 1-year pass and those extra items, it makes me wonder, what's the cost of the 1-year pass? The game is $60. The 1-year pass, maybe it's $20. And then, $30 for all those items? So when the game comes out, if you want vanity items, it's going to be, like, the same cost as Fortnite? When I already paid for the freaking game? Like, I give Fortnite a pass because they weren't charging me for the dang game. But you're charging me for the dang game. You're getting nearly $100 for me for just the dang game if I want to have the 1-year pass and the full game. And it's still not enough for you to make a game of this unstunning caliber? 9 days away. You're not fixing those textures. You're not fixing the glitches. You're not fixing the sound glitches I was experiencing. You're not fixing the NPCs that were just not being talkable to. You're not fixing the lack of content. And you're not fixing the just dismal experience overall of just bad covers, go move to cover, get stuck on the cover, roll over here. Why don't I roll into and automatically go into cover? Why do I have to roll and then go into cover? No. You're not fixing any of it. The glitches are tremendous, and this game is atrocious. So that's the end of my review. Feel free, anybody watching, to share your final thoughts. They'll be the same as last game. Skins and cosmetics, microtransactions only. No, it's not the same as last game. All pre-order guns for Division 1 you out-level by level 5. Okay, so they gave pre-order guns in Division 1. But why give them in the first place, though? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. There's no reason to give them in the first place, then. So there's just 2 guns that will be your guns, and then you never use them again. It's so stupid. So stupid. Really BS excuse to just try and ask for more money. Ludicrous. So then, out of that $120, it's costing you $60 for a season pass? Or $30 or $40? None of it makes sense, and it's bull. There's no excuse for it whatsoever. None. This game should not cost $120. It shouldn't cost $60 in this state. This is mostly a reskin and a copy pasta of the Division 1. You think they didn't move coding over from Division 1? Think it didn't happen? Guaranteed it happened. Guaranteed it happened. Guaranteed it happened. So why you have to repay full price? These companies are making money hand over fist, making it so much. Even Activision can have a record amount of revenue and fire 700 people and say games are too expensive to make. Our gaming industry is robbing our pockets, and we gotta start talking by not letting them put their hands in our pockets while our pants are on our bodies. Just gotta say no. We gotta stop it. But that's my review. Like I said, feel free to share your thoughts. If you're watching this long review on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to. Let me know what you think about the game, what you think about it in comparison. Number one, what you think about microtransactions, what do you think about the cost, what do you think about the value of the item that you're getting for $60, $100, $120, all that jazz. Let me know what you think. If you watch it on Twitch, comment, follow, and subscribe. All the same things. Let me know what you think on everything. You know, I stream Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. We do playthroughs, and I give the most honest review I can. You know, I don't know everything about games, but I just share what my thoughts are and concerns are about games that are coming out. When it's a game like this, I might ramble a while, but I'm being honest. I'm not, you know, covering up anything. I'm just saying what I'm thinking live, you know. So sometimes I might say things that might brush people the wrong way, but hopefully it doesn't. I'd rather have a conversation happen, you know, but let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.
Like, comment, subscribe, and follow if you dare.